Former Derby County Academy graduate Omari Kellyman looks set to be on the move from Aston Villa this summer. But will he stand his ground and stay firm at Villa with the potential for first team opportunities, or will he make the move down to London to play for Chelsea? Now, there's a big talking point around this potential deal, especially over the last few hours as I'm recording this video on the 22nd of June. Now, reports suggest that Aston Villa value Omari Kellyman at £20 million. And with Chelsea looking to increase the depth and potential of their forward line, Kellyman is a player on their radar. A player with huge upside, could provide Derby with a massive windfall heading into this 24-25 season. But how could that happen? Now, the discussion has to be around a potential Sellon Clause. Amari Kellyman was sold to Aston Villa for around £750,000 in the height of administration. I believe it happened in the January of 2022 when Amari Kellyman was last seen on the bench for Derby County. There was a potential that he was going to make his debut, but that never came through. So Omari Kellyman then found his way leaving Derby County and joining Aston Villa for a fee believed to be in the region of £750,000. Now, the conversation has to be about Sellon clauses. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all the latest Derby County transfers, updates and news surrounding academy players, staff members. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you do want to see. There's been a lot of talk about a potential Q&A. If that's something you want to see, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I'll see if I can figure that out. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll catch you in the next part of this video. Do Derby County even have a Sellon clause? That's a question that I'm asking myself. I've asked it to Derby County journalists over on Twitter with Lee Curtis, Dom Dietrich, Ed Dawes, Owen Bradley. I have asked the question. I've not yet received a response as I am recording this video. But let me know, do you think that there's a Sellon clause? Because if Derby County just have a 25% Sellon clause, that is a fair chunk of money to add into our transfer kitty for this upcoming season, potentially put towards player wages. Obviously, there's got to be a big increase for Derby County this season from League One to Championship wages. Obviously, the wage demands are a lot different. So this potential deal for Amari Kellyman is an absolute career-changing deal. Now, if he goes to Chelsea and performs to a massively high level, that 20 million could easily turn into 50, 60, 70. If he stays put at Aston Villa and gets the first team opportunities, that 20 million again could go to 30, 40, 50, 60. So there's a massive opportunity here for Omari Kellyman to really make a name for himself on the English football scene. I believe he has recently begun playing for England's youth national teams. I know he has played for one of the islands. I'm not sure which one at youth level. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this deal does develop. It's going to be really interesting to see how Derby County could potentially benefit out of this. And you have to then ask about Chelsea. So who's going to leave Chelsea? Because in this situation, someone has to leave for it to make sense for Kellyman. He's currently a fringe first-team player for Aston Villa. He's made his European debut. I believe he's made his Premier League debut as well. He's played in cup competitions. So there's an opportunity for him at Aston Villa to become a potential first-team regular in this situation. Now, obviously, Aston Villa are looking into the signing of Ian Maatsen from Chelsea for around £37.5 million. Now, this is where the deal gets difficult. PSR in the Premier League, selling an academy graduate or someone who came in for a low fee makes you essentially pure profit. If Kellyman goes to Chelsea, Aston Villa essentially make £90 million pure profit that they can then spend on players. £37.5 million going to Chelsea, that's pure profit for Chelsea. So there's a deal there where both teams make money and are in a good place, right? So for me, the conversation then has to be, at Chelsea, who else is leaving? Because you've got Mudryk, Sterling, Palmer, Madueke. Who else have you got? You've got so many players at Chelsea who can play in those positions. So the real conversation is Kellyman going to get an opportunity to play first-team football at Chelsea? And in my opinion, if they're spending £20 million, you would absolutely believe so. However, that might not be the case. what we have to see in this situation is the best deal for Kellyman. Now, going to Chelsea will probably be a completely financial rewiring of his life, because I have no idea what he's on at Villa, but his wages at Chelsea are going to be would obviously be more, and probably like 2-3 times better, if not more than that. So there's a massive opportunity for Kellyman to really change his life in this situation. One of his brothers, or both of his brothers, still play for the academy at Derby, from what I'm aware. So it's going to be a really interesting situation here, because Kellyman's move to Chelsea could provide a massive increase of budget for Derby County. But the question that still needs to be answered is around the Sellon Clause. Hoping we get some of those answers today, tomorrow, by the time the deal's done. But it's going to be really interesting to see how the deal does work. Is it going to be 20 million, 5-year contract for Kellyman? What is the situation? Because I think he should stay at Aston Villa. Now, if Derby County profit out of this and make money, leave, do what you want. But I think the best thing for his career would be to stay at Aston Villa. He has the opportunity to break into that first team. He's already in and around the first team already. Obviously still playing some 21s fixtures, still playing youth internationals, but he definitely has that opportunity to break into the first team at Aston Villa. Whereas I think at Chelsea, that opportunity becomes massively, massively different. I just think there's a lot more pressure on the Chelsea situation than there is on the Villa situation. If he comes in and it doesn't work, is he going to get the time of day to be able to improve and build himself into such a high-profile club in a high-profile position that your attackers are at those top levels? And that's where the discussion has to start for me. I think the right move for Kellyman would be to stay put. The right move for Derby, if there's a sell-on clause, is go to Chelsea, obviously. The right move for Chelsea would obviously be bringing in a young homegrown product that they can use towards their registration quota. But obviously, then the discussion is around where is he going to play? Obviously, he can play in the front three, right, left, middle. I believe he can play in the 10 as well. So it's a big conversation topic for me, because we've seen Cade Gordon moved from Derby for around £3.5 million to Liverpool, broke into the first team, then had a few injuries and dropped out of the first team. And I think he spent essentially the best part of last season on the medical table with injuries. So it's one of those where he has to make the right move for his life, not just his career, because the right move for the career is stay at Villa. But I bet the right move for life would be that Chelsea paycheck. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this one does develop. Whether there is a sell-on clause or not is a big question as well. If there's a sell-on clause, hopefully he makes that move to Chelsea to benefit Derby County in a more financial way, which hopefully can be used to improve the squad and maybe even the backroom staff heading into this upcoming season. So that is all the information I have on this deal. If there's any more news coming out about it, I will let you know as the days go on. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Smash the like button to push this channel to brand new audiences. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you think Derby have a sell-on clause? Do you think Kellyman's going to make the move to Chelsea? Let me know your thoughts down in that comment section, and I'll let you get on with your day. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.